Why is it so hard to find quality headphones at a reasonable price? There's so many different options out there that feature not very clear audio, the microphones are trash, or they're overpriced. So today we're going to talk about the Anker SoundCore Life P2. We're going to talk about things that are good, things that are bad, what I like about it, and you know what? Let's get into the video. Let's talk tech. I'm Arnell with Ardently Tech. On this channel we talk all things tech with videos of product reviews, tech hacks, tutorials, and more. If you like what you see here and you want to learn more, click here to subscribe if you're a tech lover or somebody that's ever been confused by tech. So, the Anker SoundCore Life P2. Headphones that are sub $30 on Amazon that are reasonably priced and is actually pretty good. The sound quality is very clear, the bass is very strong, but also the highs and the mids are, very good as well. So it's not a very bass heavy headphone like Beats and some other ones. So they are very well balanced in that regard, and honestly it's a joy listening to music with them. The microphone is very clear, picks up my voice very well in certain situations, which I'll get into in a little bit. And also just the aesthetic is very nice. The color is very good. I have the mint green option. Again, I promise that green isn't my favorite color. It was just better than the black or the white options that they had on there. But yeah, it's a great, clean, modern aesthetic. The charging case is a little bigger than the competition, but still pretty pocketable. And overall, it's a really good headphone that I like. Now, going over the design of it, like I said, it is a silicone tip, so it slides right into your ear. Seals pretty well for most people. For myself, it slides in pretty well. I prefer these silicone tipped headphones because they actually stay in my ear. I'm not one of the lucky few that can actually wear hard tipped headphones like your standard AirPods or things like that, because after about 5-10 minutes they start to slide out of my ear and I constantly have to readjust. So with these in-ear ones, these actually stay in and they're pretty comfortable. Now, these also have a physical button on them. They allow you to play, pause, skip to the next song, all of your standard kind of stuff. So it's a pretty good feature to have a physical button on there to actually allow you to control the device, rather than some of the other competition with touch sensitive sections of the stem or things like that. So it's pretty cool that you actually have a physical button, like I said. Now, moving a little further down the stem, you also have about 6 different microphones I counted that actually pick up your audio from different areas, and the microphones actually work very well to pick up your audio and to make it very clear. Now, like I said, these do have a nice modern aesthetic, so they slide into your ear, and when they're locked in place, they honestly just kind of vanish. You don't even feel them there. They're very comfortable. And with the silicone tip, it actually seals very well, so it blocks out a lot of the sound by itself, which is very good, and it allows you to kind of focus on whatever you're listening to. Now, it is important to note that these are your sort of standard wireless headphones, so they're not active noise cancellation, features. There's no transparency mode. There's nothing like that. There's not even an app for it. These are straight shooters. They're what they say they are. They're wireless headphones, crystal clear audio, but they don't pretend to give you active noise cancellation, any kind of gimmicky, fake transparency mode, anything like that. They're just wireless headphones. You just pop them open out of the case, you connect them in your Bluetooth settings, and that's it. There's no extra steps. Very easy to set up, but like I said, they're straight shooters. Now, with the physical button that's on there that allows you to play and pause music, it is a little bit kind of unnatural to have to physically press a button into your in-ear headphones, because all you're really doing is just sort of jamming the headphone further into your ear. But once you kind of wear these for a day or two, you'll get used to it. There is sort of a sweet spot of how to press the button for it to not feel weird. And honestly, I've had these for a while, and these are very comfortable for me to wear, and I know exactly how to press the button without it feeling uncomfortable and everything like that. Now, these pop out of the case very well. They are magnetic, so you can put them down close to the case, and the case will actually pull the headphones down, which is very cool, very good, and it also locks them into place. Speaking of the case is bigger than the competition. It is still pocketable, but for some people that wear skinny jeans, tight-fitting jeans, it can definitely feel a little bit unnatural, but these are a pretty good quality headphone case as well. The only thing is the latch itself isn't very strong, so I'm not very confident that the headphones will stay in if they were held upside down or if you were tossing the headphone case or, something like that. Now, it is held in by magnets, which is good. However, the case itself is, or at least the lid itself, isn't very strong, doesn't seem to really hold that in place. Now, the case is also charged by USB-C, so for you USB-C users, you don't need an extra charging cable. You're able to just use the cable that you have. These do not feature wireless charging, though, so that is important to note if you were looking for something like that. Now, moving on to negatives, there's not very many. The only one that I can really think of is the microphone. Now, the microphone is very good, but it's very good in controlled environments. So if you're inside, indoors, and if there's not a crazy amount of sound around you, then the microphones work just fine. They do very well at actively blocking out a lot of the background sound. If you're in a coffee shop, that's honestly no problem. If you're in a school setting, no problem. But the moment you step outside, it's windy, the microphone is trying really hard to take out the wind sound and to focus on your voice. And it tries so hard to do that that in some cases it can actually distort your voice a little bit. Now, you can still get your point across, people can still understand you and hear you, but it is very noticeable that your microphones are trying for dear life to actually, try to pick up in your voice and to focus on your voice. It's important to know for those kind of situations that if you're outside, you might have to, pop back in, correct the voice to text or something like that, or even send a follow-up message once you're in a controlled environment to clarify something if your voice sounded a little too weird. So just important to know for those kind of scenarios. Now, do I recommend these? I absolutely do. I got these for $30, and these are honestly the best $30 headphones that I've gotten on Amazon. I've tried quite a few. I've had some stories with some headphones, which you'll see in some later videos, but these headphones are the best budget headphones that I've had. Now, are these a competitor to your AirPods Pros and your, much higher quality Sonys and JBLs and Jabra headphones? Honestly, no, but these are the best of the pack in the $30 range, $40 range, even $50 range on Amazon. But like I said, these don't have the active noise cancellation and the transparency mode, so much so that when I tried to connect to the Anker SoundCore app, this device, the Life P2, does not show up in their device list to even try to connect there. So now, that being said, there are different sub-brands in the Anker SoundCore series. So you can pick up a Life P3, a Life P2i, P3i. There's lots of different ones that also feature these, active noise cancellation, transparency mode, can connect in the app, all these kind of things. So that is important to note. That if you're looking for a little bit more customization, a little bit more options, you can always pick up some of those upgraded options. But like I said, if you're just looking for some straight shooter, simple wireless headphones, these are honestly one of the best ones that you can get. If I had to give these a rating out of 10, I would honestly give these, let's go for it, a 9 out of 10. The audio is great, the microphones are great, the comfort, the fit, the finish is phenomenal. The only cons are, like I mentioned before, about the microphone in noisy situations, and the lid for the charging case itself isn't very strong, but they are also being held in by magnets. So does the lid really need to be strong? Probably not, but that is important to think about as you're making your purchasing decision. But besides that, if you're totally fine with these things and you know what you're getting into, these are phenomenal headphones. You won't be disappointed. Now, I do have an affiliate link down below if you want to check these out for yourselves. Also, affiliate links to some of the upgraded series in the SoundCore Life series. So definitely check all those out. Take a look at all the descriptions, figure out what's best for you. And honestly, if you have a pair of these, or if you have a pair of other Anker headphones, go ahead and drop a comment down below. Let me know which headphones that you like out of Anker series, or if you have AirPods, if you have AirPods Pros, Sonys, Jabras, JBLs, go ahead and drop a comment down below and let me know what you think of your headphones and which one is great in the price range that it's at. So anyways, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.